peeps, this is Anna from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're going to be answering a natural sciences life and living question taken from the Herzia Middle School June 2016 exam paper. So let's dive straight in. We're going to be answering question 6 of this question paper with some super exciting stuff about animal cells and plant cells. Okay, so the question reads, study the diagram below of an animal and a plant cell and answer the questions. So we're looking at cell A and cell B. So 6.1 says identify which cell is a plant cell and which is an animal cell. So what do we know about plant cells and animal cells that can help us to differentiate between these two? Okay, first of all, we know that plant cells have a rigid structure thanks to a cellulose cell wall, and cell B has a rigid structure and an extra layer outside of this cell membrane. See the cell membrane here in a sort of a squiggly form in cell A, and it's a more rigid structure here in cell B. We also know that animal cells have lots of vacuoles, but plant cells have one large vacuole. Okay, so these are many small vacuoles in cell A and one large vacuole in cell B. Now, knowing these two facts will be very useful in therefore knowing that cell A is an animal cell because it doesn't have, for instance, a cellular cell wall, nor does it have a rigid structure, and also because it has these many vacuoles inside, and therefore cell B is the plant cell. Okay, now 6.2 asks us to provide labels for the parts numbered 1, 2, and 3 on the diagram above. 1 is pointing to this outer part of this cell, which is known as the cell membrane. 2 is pointing to this the darkest part of the cell that you can see, right roughly in the middle of the cell. Here's another one over here. This is pointing to the nucleus of the cell. And part 3 is pointing to inside of the cell, which is this jelly-like substance here that's running throughout the cell, known as the cytoplasm. Okay. Now, question 6.3 asks, what is the function of the part numbered 2? Let's remind ourselves what that part number 2, as we labeled just a few seconds ago, is the nucleus. Now, the nucleus has a very important function because it coordinates all of the cell's activities. It determines, or rather sends out instructions about what's doing what in the cell, when, as well as how. Another function of the nucleus that you can point out is that it contains hereditary or genetic material in the form of DNA. Okay. Now, question 6.4 reads, living things are made up of cells which show 7 characteristics of life, such as movement and growth. Write down the other 5 characteristics of life not mentioned. Okay, the other 5 characteristics. The first one is nutrition. Every living thing has a way of getting nutrition by eating or by absorbing nutrients, for example. The next characteristic is respiration, a way of sort of breathing. Every living thing does that. The next characteristic of living things is excretion. Okay. The fourth one that wasn't mentioned is sensitivity or response to stimuli. Every living thing responds one way or another to stimuli that are exerted upon it. And finally, the last characteristic is that of reproduction. Every living thing produces young after itself. This could be in the form of a baby or of a seed if it's plants we're talking about, for instance. Alright. And 6.5 asks us to draw a table in the space provided in which you compare the plant and animal cells. You must include at least 3 differences. So we've got the cells on the side here just to remind us. We can have a look at the structure and see what's different between these two cells. Okay, so we draw a table with 2 columns and a number of rows. We've got the plant cell and an animal cell. So the first difference that you realize is that the plant cell has a rigid shape, whereas the animal cell has a flexible shape. Cell B, like we said earlier, is the plant cell. It's got a rigid shape because of this cell wall, which is the second difference, and the animal cell has no cell wall and therefore has a more flexible shape. Okay, a plant cell has one large vacuole in the middle, there it is, or rather inside the cell, whereas an animal cell has many smaller vacuoles throughout the cell. And another difference that we can point out is that a plant cell has chloroplasts, whereas animal cells don't have chloroplasts. So that star just bounced over to show us the rigid shape as well as the cell wall. And the yellow arrows are showing us the vacuoles, the differences in the vacuoles between the two cells. And finally, these arrows are pointing to the chloroplasts that are in the plant cell but are absent in the animal cell. Alright, so that's that for question 6 in this question paper. I'd like to say thank you to our epic sponsor for making this video possible. Please read about them and about us in the description below. Also, remember you can head over to our website for more of these epic tutorial videos. And if you can't find the answer to your question, please send us your question and we will respond with a personalized video just for you. Until the next time, stay epic.